Hey guys, it's Antusj. We're back in Minecraft Dungeons, and we're going to be talking about everything we know so far about the first two DLCs coming to the game. All credit for this is on the subreddit for Minecraft Dungeons. A couple major posts by a guy named Nanikos, and also the Dungeoneers Hideout Discord group. They're a huge group that do a lot of data mining and hunting for secrets and stuff like that. So the first thing that we're going to be talking about is the Jungle Awakens DLC, and I'm going to be using some pictures and images on screen over the gameplay here. Now this DLC is supposed to have 3 stages, but I do have images for 2 of the stages and also what the map will look like when you go to the map on the table. So we'll take a look at those here. Some of the new weapons and armor that were found includes a whip, the unique version, which is a vine whip, ocelot armor, and then the unique version of the ocelot armor, as you guys can see on screen here. Now the whips being weapons, I don't know how they're going to work. I would assume that they would work kind of like the fishing pole, but since they're on the weapon slot, I imagine that they would do some kind of damage. The ocelot armor, there is no information right now for what the perks might be on it. But I do think that the unique version of it, that is the black ocelot armor, looks really awesome. On screen now you're going to see the Jungle Abomination. This is the final boss for the DLC. It is supposed to be larger than the redstone monstrosity that you can find on the question mark mission. Now there is a list of new regular type mobs that are going to be in the Jungle DLC. One of them is called a Whisper. Unfortunately, all the links I found to show the Whisper, a picture of it or gameplay of it, they were all was not found, error 404, so I don't have a picture of that one. But we will go over the rest. The next one here is a new enemy called a Leaper, which is some type of plant. I imagine that it lunges at you, probably grabs you. It's probably a standstill mob. There's a new one that I think is kind of funny. It's a jack-o'-lantern that's like alive. It shoots fireballs at you. And then there's also regular zombies, but they're jungle zombies, so they're covered in moss. These are the final 3 mobs here. This is the mossy skeleton, which is just a regular skeleton, but it has moss on it. Then they have the poison vine. This again looks like a stationary mob that's going to shoot something at you. And then there's also brown pandas. I'm not sure if there's going to be a regular panda, and maybe the brown panda will be more rare like it is in regular Minecraft, but again, that's just going to be a passive mob, so it's just going to be a chance to get food. I also saw from some of the images put out by Mojang that there looked like there was regular ocelots in there as well, but I didn't see anything that was data mined showing there being ocelots. So that's going to cover everything I was able to find on the Jungle Awakens DLC, the DLC number 1 that's supposed to be dropping really soon here in July. All we were able to find out, this guy had put together a massive list, and I looked through tons of other Reddit posts and all over the internet, and the only thing I was really able to find was, like I said, there's going to be 3 new missions. There's going to be a big boss that's going to be larger than the previous big boss at the Mushroom Island. It looks like each time there's a larger boss that's a monstrosity, and then they just get bigger and bigger the next one. I'm going to link the Discord for the Dungeoneer Hideouts, because they do have the Jungle Awakening cinematic transcript in their Discord, but I really don't want to go through and read all of that. And like I said, there's a few new weapons, a few new pieces of armor, and a few new enemies, which all in all, for there only being 3 new missions, that's actually a decent amount. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next DLC. So DLC number 2 is the Creeping Winter, which once again, there's going to be 3 new levels, and I was only able to get pictures from 2 different mission locations, as well as a picture of the overview of what it will look like on the map. So let's put those on screen. Should be able to see those. So this time around, there is no image or information on what the final boss will be, but there is information. Let's go through, there's 6 new mobs. Let's go through 3 of them here at a time. So we have the Wicked Wraith, which you're supposed to note that there is an Orb of Dominance on its head, but I don't know what that does, and I didn't find any information on it. There's also going to be a new type of creeper that has an enchantment on it that will slow down your movement whenever it explodes. So if you run into a group of these and one explodes, you're going to be a little bit too slow to get away from the other ones. There's also going to be a new type of zombie called the Frozen Zombie that can throw snowballs at you when you're further away from it, out of its melee range. So the last 3 new mobs, they have strays. Instead of adding an ice skeleton, they added actual stray. They have a Chillager, which are just the Illagers, but they're wearing winter outfits. And then they have the Illusioner, which is going to be a mini-boss. So let's take a look at those. This time around, there is a artifact called the Ice Wand, which will allow you to summon in giant blocks of ice that will crush enemies, which I just think sounds really cool. And then there are also 2 new types of bows. The first one is the Snow Bow, which will freeze enemies on impact. It has 100% soul gathered and also 30% extra range damage. And then we have the unique version of it, which is called Winter's Touch, which will fire 3 arrows when you do a charge shot. It freezes on impact, has 100% souls gathered, and 30% range damage as well. There are also 2 new armor sets, the Snow Armor and the Frost Armor. I'm assuming that the Snow Armor is the standard version, and the Frost Armor is probably the unique version. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any information on what the effects of these armors is going to be. So that was all the information that I was able to gather up on the Creeping Winter DLC. There is a few more things not related to DLC after this, but I just want to do a quick recap. So there was 6 new mobs that got added in: a Wicked Wraith, an Icy Creeper, a Frozen Zombie, a Stray, a Chillager, and an Illusioner. There is a new artifact, the Ice Wand. There was 2 new bows, as well as 2 new sets of armor. And then, like I said before, it's going to consist of three missions in a new area. There is also some other information that was data mined out by these guys. No one is sure what they're from. If they're part of the DLC, it looks like they were part of the original game, and then they were removed, and hopefully they'll add it into a DLC, is what it kind of looks like. There's a whole list of other mobs that can be found in the files that include a ton of different nether-related mobs, like the Wither skeletons and the Wither boss itself. Also stuff related to the end, like an Ender Dragon. There is also some stuff in the files about potential trials, which kind of seemed like it was daily and weekly challenges that could potentially give you emeralds or XP, or maybe free enchantment points. There was also a unique type of item to the game. It's not an artifact, it's not a weapon, it's not an armor. It was called Diamond Dust. It was an item that could be collected while you play the game, and it can be used to increase the power level of your weapons and gear. And there's a small area in the camp right next to where it looks like there's a mine, and there was originally supposed to be a Mason NPC there, and you would give him the Diamond Dust in order to upgrade your items. It was apparently scrapped, but it looks like part of it is still in the files for the game, so a lot of people are speculating that they may add that into a DLC. I honestly hope they do, because it seemed really cool, and that would be really great, because I know finding like a perfect, like a 108 unique is really hard to do, so I really hope that they add that back in. In the file, there also appeared to be 3 additional capes that were not added into the game. They may come as part of the future DLC if you have the Hero Pass, rather than buy them, the DLC separately. One was a cape that had one of the giant hammers on it. It was called the Hammer Cape. Then there was the Iron Golem cape that had an Iron Golem face on it. And then there was basically the opposite of the Hero Cape that we have, and it's called the Sinister Blue Cape, and it's like a dark blue cape, which I think would look pretty good with like the first blue DLC skin that came out. But that's really going to be it for this look at the DLC. This is all the information I was able to find for DLC 1 and 2. I am currently compiling a list for DLC 3 and 4. There is some information out there, as well as some images and things, so there's just not enough for me to currently make a video. But I am going to continue to gather that up, so you guys can let me know in the comments if you do want me to go ahead and put that video out. I can put out as much information as I can find on DLC 3 and 4, and then in a few months when we find some more stuff, I might just make an update video where I show the rest of it. But hopefully you found this useful. Hopefully this maybe makes you want to play the game again. I know a lot of people have kind of quit because of all the bugs and everything. I kind of want to treat this video a little bit like my known issues and bugs and glitches video, where people were commenting on it. So if you guys want to comment down below and just share information and links and stuff to other DLC spoilers, go ahead and feel free to do that for DLC 1 and 2. If you guys have any links or anything for me for DLC 3 and 4, you can definitely feel free to comment those, because like I said, I will compile a list together and take a look at that. And a really quick end message, I guess. Before we go, I did want to say thank you to everyone who has been subscribing to my channel. We have went up like over 200 subscribers in the last like 2 weeks since this game is released, just from all the views and comments and everything from my Minecraft dungeon videos. And as my way of saying thank you, I want to try to help out as many people as I can. I know I'm not a very big channel. I only have just over 2,000 subscribers, but I have a lot of you guys who have asked me for shoutouts, and I have a lot of friends who only have like 30 subs and stuff, and to them I seem like a pretty big channel. So I did want to say that I do have a merch shop. I've had it for quite a while. I've sold a few t-shirts here and there, but I've never really tried to push anything until the last maybe couple of videos. So I just wanted to say that I understand that buying like a $20 t-shirt or whatever is ridiculous, and you know, I get it. So just to help me out, and to help yourself get a shout out on my channel, what I have done is I made a sticker sheet, which I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, it has 12 stickers on it, and then I also have a die-cast sticker of my channel profile picture with my link and QR code, and those are only marked up for a $1 profit on my merch shop, so you guys are getting them just above cost. So if you guys want to check those out, I will have the link to my merch shop in the description below. And anyone who does get those, you guys can look down in the description. All my social media links are down there. If you guys take a picture of you with the sticker, or take a picture of the stickers stuck to something, or any of my other merch, obviously if you buy a shirt, or like one of the pillows that I have made, or even the pair of socks that I made for the Battle for the Hero Pass challenge, if you buy any merch at all, you guys can send me a picture of it on one of my social media accounts, and what I will do is I will start shouting out channels at the end of future videos. I'd like to put a picture up of your image, and then have you send me a brief description of what your channel is about, and then I'll check out your channel a little bit so I can gather some more information, and then give you guys a shout out that way, because that'll really help me out. Every dollar counts, and then that'll help you guys out, and it'll make it where I guess I don't have to pick and choose between who I give a shout out to. So I don't know. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If so, leave me a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I will have plenty more Minecraft Dungeon videos coming out. I'll have some more spoiler videos coming out for DLC 3 and 4. And if you guys want to leave me comments about anything or whatever, or if you want to hit me up on Xbox, my gamer tag is in the description. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video.